Good night, everyone. Welcome back to Kemet Masai Academy. All right, so we're doing some more ability test questions, and we're going to be live this evening, tomorrow evening, Wednesday evening. Remembering that the ability test is this Thursday. After that, we'll go back to our regular Friday evening, Saturday evening, Sunday evening, 7 p.m. Jamaica time, and we'll be focusing on the performance task for grades 4, 5, 6, as well as the curriculum based tests for grade 6, because those will be coming up March, April, right? So we're taking them in strides and we're doing them as they come. So we're getting the ability test out of the way and making sure that we are well prepared. Good night, madam. I catch you eating.
Miss.
Night, Miss.
Night, Amari. Good night, Nardika. Kylie, good night. Um,
Good night,
Simeon,
Miss.
Simeon, if you can hear me, I'm seeing where it says your device is not connected, so maybe you can work on that and come back. Welcome to Scholars on YouTube. In the chat, we are encouraging you to post your answers and questions and comments. Hi, Abriel.
Christmas Day unboxing.
All right, so let's see now where we left off yesterday. Hi, Gabrielle, Sharika, Ayana, Devontae, Nick Star, Charmaine. Hi, Brad. Welcome, everybody. Remember to post your questions in the chat, right? And your answers as you work them out. So, this is where we left off. And just to remind us, this was the passage, and it had said growing vegetables, tomatoes, and peppers can be planted year long once sufficient moisture is available. The best method for planting these vegetables is by transplanting seedlings that were planted in seed trays or boxes. Tomatoes need lots of sun, rich, loose soil, and lots of water. The roots, not the leaves, must be watered. Tomato plants grow very tall, so they need to be tied to a pole or be staked. And we're to use this information to answer the questions. So we were at
Miss, I
question.
think we did that already.
I know we did these already, but it won't hurt for these two questions to slip through. So Nardika, can you read question 5, please?
Okay, Miss. Question 5. A farmer uses a sprinkler system that sprays water high into the air to water his tomatoes. Which statement likely explains why the farmer should stop this practice? A. Tomatoes need rich, loose soil. B. Only the leaves must be watered. C. Only the roots must be watered. D. Tomatoes need to be tied to a pole. A farmer uses a sprinkler system that sprays water high into the air to water his tomatoes. Which statement likely explains why the farmer should stop this practice? A. Tomatoes need rich, loose soil. B. Only the leaf must be watered. C. Only the roots must be watered. D. Tomatoes need to be tied to a pole.
All right, so what's the answer for this? He sprays them high in the air. Why should he stop doing this?
Miss, I would say C. Only the roots must be watered.
Okay, and if we go back to the passage, it says the roots, not the leaves, must be watered, right? The roots, not the leaves. So that is correct. It is only the roots must be watered. All right, continuing our verbal reasoning. Kylie, can you see the screen?
Yes, miss.
Right, go ahead and read for me.
All matter takes up space and as mass. All solid liquids and gases are matter. Therefore, all cases A cannot be seen and has mass. B has mass and takes up space. C can be seen and takes up space. D has no mass and takes up space. Start by eliminating the statements that are way out. Look closely at the statements that remain. Choose the best ones that fit the information given. All matters takes up space and has mass. All solids, liquids, and gases are matter. Therefore, all gases A cannot be seen and has mass, B has mass and takes up space, C can be seen and takes up space, D has no mass and takes up space. Starting by eliminating the statements that are way out, look closely at the statements that remain, choose the best ones that fit the information given.
So it says we should start by eliminating the ones that are way out, the ones that definitely can't be. So based on the statements given, right? All matter has space, takes up space, and has mass. And solids, liquids, gases are matter. So which one of these are way out and definitely wrong?
Miss, I would say D, miss.
So D says has no mass, right? Because it does say it has mass, right? Takes up space, has mass. So for D that says it has no mass, that is definitely out. Any other one we can definitely rule out? For A, did it say anything about being seen? Did the statement mention anything about whether they can be seen or not? All it tells us is takes up space, has mass. It doesn't say whether we should be able to see it or not see it. So we would be assuming if we go with A. So for me, D and A are out. But the statement definitely says if it is matter, it takes up space, it has mass. So which one are we going with?
D, miss.
Correct. Has mass, takes up space because it says a gas is matter, so it should comply with these criteria given. All right, Amari, question 7, please.
Question 7. Find the two statements below that together prove that Stephen attends science club. 1. Stephen's school has chess and science clubs. Number 2. Shayna has science club with Jake. Number 3. Stephen's friend Jake attends chess and science club. 4. Stephen and Jake are in the same clubs. 5. Jake's sister Shanna attends chess club with Stephen. A. 1 and 2. B. 1 and 5. C. 2 and 3. D. 3 and 4. Question 7. Find the two statements below that together prove that Stephen attends science club. 1. Stephen's school has chess and science club. 2. Shayna has science club with Jake. 3. Stephen's friend Jake attends chess and science clubs. 4. Stephen and Jake are in the same club. 5. Jake's sister Shayna attends chess club with Stephen. A. 1 and 2. B. 1 and 5. C. 2 and 3. D. 3 and 4. Miss, for that one, I would say D. 3 and 4, miss.
All right, so 3 and 4 says Stephen's friend Jake attends chess and science clubs, and Jake's sister Shayna attends chess club with Stephen. So remember, they want us to find the two statements that when you put them together, they can prove that Steve attends science club. So Amari is saying if we say that um, Stephen's friends Jake attends chess and science club, you said three and five, or 2 and 5? Which one is it? 1 and
Miss, I
5,
said 3 and 4.
3 and 4. Oh, but how would 3 prove it, Amari? To say that Stephen's friend Jake attends chess and science club. Does that say anything about Stephen attending science club?
Miss, because it says Stephen's friend Jake attends chess and science clubs. And then after that, it says 4. Stephen and Jake are in the same clubs.
Let me see now. Stephen's friend Jake attends chess and science. Stephen and Jake. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Let me look at the others again. Okay. All right. So let's go again. So we're focusing on Stephen. And if Stephen's friend Jake has chess and science, sorry, and Stephen and Jake are in the same clubs, okay, I get it now. Then it stands to reason that Stephen does chess, science. So that's what D, 3 and 4. All right. Abriel,
Yes, miss. Question 3. A
8.
class. Excuse me. Question 8. A class investigated the growth of plants under different environmental conditions. The results were placed in the table below. Group 1. Amount of light plenty, amount of water little. After 2 weeks, plants were small and brown. Group 2. Amount of light plenty, amount of water plenty. After 2 weeks, plants were tall and green. Group 3. Amount of light little, amount of water plenty. After 2 weeks, plants were very tall and pale yellow. Question 8. A class investigated the growth of plants under the different environmental conditions. The results were placed in the table below. Group 1. Amount of light plenty, amount of water little. After 2 weeks, plants were small and brown. Group 2. Amount of light plenty, amount of water plenty. After 2 weeks, plants were tall and green. Group 3. Amount of light little, amount of water plenty. After 2 weeks, plants were very tall and pale yellow.
All right. Nordika.
Yes, miss. Oh. Which statement is most likely true? A. Plants grow best with plenty of light. B. Plants grow best with plenty of light and water. C. Plants grow best with plenty of water. D. Water and light do not affect plant growth. Analyze the results in the table. Which statements support these results? Which statement is most likely true? A. Plants grow best with plenty of light. B. Plants grow best with plenty of light and water. C. Plants grow best with plenty of water. D. Plants water and light do not affect plant growth. Analyze the results in the table which statement supports these results.
All right. So based on the table, which one are we going with?
Miss, I would say C, Miss. Sorry, Miss B.
Which says,
Oh, plants grow best with plenty of light and water.
all right. And what makes you say that?
Miss, because Miss, where it says the amount of light was plenty and the amount of water was little, the plants were small and brown, which is not good. And Miss, for where it says the amount of light was plenty and the amount of water was plenty, the plants were tall and green, which is good. And Miss, for the amount of light was little and the amount of water was plenty, Miss. And the plants were very tall, which is good, but they were pale yellow, which is not good. So, Miss, the best thing to do is give them plenty light and plenty water.
Okay. All right. Very good. So that's B. All right. Genesis, welcome. Can you hear me, Genesis?
Miss Genesis isn't on.
I just allowed her on. She gone again. Hold on. I did. All right, let me see who else is waiting. Let me see if Simeon fixes my. Welcome, Simeon.
Miss.
All right, Simeon, can you read what's on the screen twice, please?
Okay, Miss. The turtle eats grass and smaller animals. The colors on its shells allow it to blend in with the forest floor. The turtle moves slower than its predators, such as foxes. When the turtle senses danger, it hides inside its hard shell. The turtle eats grass and smaller animals. The colors on the shell allow it to blend in with the forest floor. The turtle moves slower than its predators, such as foxes, when the turtle
There's a
senses
full stop.
danger, it hides inside its hard shell.
Simeon, there's a full stop after foxes. So read from the turtle moves slower.
The turtle moves slower than its predators, such as foxes. When the turtle senses danger, it hides inside its hard shell.
All right, thank you, Simeon. Nordika, can you read question 12, please?
Question 12. Which two reasons below explain how the turtle protects itself from predators? A. The turtle eats grass as small animals. B. The turtle hides inside its shell. C. The turtle moves slowly. D. The turtle's shell is colored. Read carefully to obtain details. Which two reasons below explain how the turtle protects itself from predators? A. The turtle eats grass and small animals. B. The turtle hides inside its shell. C. The turtle moves slowly. D. The turtle's shell is colored.
So notice clearly they're asking us for two reasons. Some of the questions will ask you for more than one answers, right? Some of the questions want more than one answer. So you have to read carefully. If they ask you for two, they want two. If they ask you for three, they want three. Generally, for multiple choice, you'll choose one, but you have to read carefully to see if some of the special cases they ask you for two or more. So, which two of these tell you that the turtle protects itself from its predators?
Miss, I would say B and D, Miss.
Sorry. Um, read what they say.
Oh, B. The turtle hides inside its shell. D. The turtle shell is colored. Miss, why I say it is because, Miss, when the turtle hides in its shell, it's hard for the predator to break its shell. And
Mm-hmm.
Miss, when the turtle shell is colored, Miss, it's also hard to notice where the turtle is when it's in grass.
Okay, so it's camouflages. So that's D and B. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, Amari. Amari, read for me, please.
Missy got kicked off.
Oh, Kylie.
Yes, miss. The diagram below shows the identical balloons filled with gases. The balloons are tied to the end of balance scales using a light string. The diagram below shows balloons filled with identical balloons filled with cases. The balloons are tied to the end of balance scales using a light string.
Okay, thank you, Kylie. Oh, hold on. All right. Abriel, read question 13, please.
Okay, Miss. Question 13. Which statement is true based on the diagram? A. Gas 1 has more mass than gas 3. B. Gas 1 has less mass than gas 2. C. Gas 2 has more mass than gas 3. D. Gas 3 is heavier than gas 1. Analyze
Excuse
the
me, miss.
diagram.
Yes,
Analyze the diagram. Does the
Can I
diagram
go use bathroom and
support
come
each
back,
statement?
please?
yes, Kylie. Sorry about that, Abriel. Please read over the last one.
Analyze the diagram. Does the diagram support each statement? Question 13. Which statement is true based on the diagram? A. Gas 1 has more mass than gas 3. B. Gas 1 has less mass than gas 2. C. Gas 2 has more mass than gas 3. D. Gas 3 is heavier than gas 1. Analyze the data.
Oh, sorry.
Analyze the data. Does the diagram support each statement?
All right. How would we decide whether which gas has more mass? What would sorry, what would we be looking for in the diagram? How would we determine which gas has the more mass? We could roughly say mass means how heavy. It is not exactly so, but we could roughly say that, right? At this level. So how would we decide which of the gases is heavier? Looking at the diagram, would it be the one that is further down or the one that's further up? Anyone? Those in the chat, how would we decide which gas is the heavier?
Miss, can you repeat what you just asked?
I'm sorry, no, I'm asking, how would we decide which of the gases is the heavier or has more mass by looking at the diagram?
Miss,
Hmm.
Miss,
Go ahead.
Miss, I would say that it's the one that has gas 3 and gas 2.
No, but listen to the
Because,
question first,
Miss,
right?
whatever,
What
yes,
are we
Miss, I
looking
read it.
for? What are we looking for to
Miss,
determine
the
that?
one that is heaviest.
How do we
Wait,
know? Are we
Miss,
looking? Okay, so they have weights on them, right?
yes, Miss.
Um,
Miss,
no,
gas 1 and 2.
those aren't the weights on them. Sorry, those are the labels. Gas one, gas two,
Yes, Miss, they're
gas
equal.
three. Okay, so we're looking to see if they are equal, if they are balanced. What does that mean in terms of their mass?
Miss, they're both.
If they are balanced and they are both on the same level, what would that mean about their mass? Would it mean that one is heavier than the other, or they are both the
No,
same?
Miss. Miss, they're both the same.
All right, and if one is weighing further down than the other, what would that tell us about their masses? The one that's further down, would it be lighter
Miss, it's
or heavier?
heavier. Miss, Miss, it's like a seesaw. The heaviest
Okay,
person would be on the floor,
all
and
right.
the lightest person in the air.
Okay, so based on that now, tell me which one of these are we going with? Is gas one, does gas one have more mass than gas three? Gas one and two are the same mass. They're balanced. When we put gas 2 with gas 3, we see that gas 3 is heavier because it pulls down on gas 2. So does gas 1 have more mass than gas 3?
No, miss.
No, because gas 1 weighs the same or has the same mass as 2, and 2 is lighter than 3, so it stands that 1 is also lighter than 3. So which of these are we going with? We know A is out, B is out because gas 1 does not have less mass than 2. Gas 1 is balanced with 2, they have equal masses. So is it C or D? Gas 2 has more mass than gas 3. No, that is incorrect because gas 3 is weighing down on 2. So it is what? D.
Miss D.
D, correct. Is Amari still there?
No, miss.
What happened to Amari? Hi, Jair, welcome. Jair, Alia, good evening.
Good evening, Miss.
All right, can you read what's on the screen, please?
Yes, Miss. A student did a scratch test on four different rocks to see which one was the hardest. Four different objects were used to scratch each rock. The table shows the students' results. Rock, marble, rock, marble was crushed by fingernail. Uh, mm, uh, mm, no. Miss, can I say no first?
Can you say what?
No first.
I'm
For the
not hearing.
X's, can I say no?
Oh,
For the X's, can I say no?
well, no, no, you can. All right, yeah, you can say no. Yeah.
Rock marble was crushed by fingernail. No. Rock sandstone was scratched by fingernail. No. Rock granite was scratched by fingernail. No. Rock
Talc,
tail
talc,
tack
talc,
was scratched. Tack. Rock tack was scratched by fingernail. Yes. Rock marble was scratched by corn. Yes. Rock
what you can do, Alia, just say coin and then say marble, yes, sandstone, yes, like that.
okay, miss. Marble coin. Yes. Sandstone coin. Yes. Granite coin. No.
Talc,
Tal talc coin. Yes. Marble matchstick. No. Sandstone matchstick. Also no. Granite matchstick. No. Oh,
talc,
talc matchstick. Yes. Marble plastic knife. No. Sandstone plastic knife. Yes. Granite plastic knife. No. Talc Stick knives. Yes.
Okay. All right. Since we can look at the chart, you don't have to read it a second time, Alia. Thank you. So
Thank you, Miss.
what they're doing here for different types of rock, um, we tell their hardness by what they are able to scratch or what's able to scratch them, right? So rocks are only able to be scratched by other rocks that are harder than them. So if a rock or if a substance can scratch a particular rock, it means that that substance is harder than them. So it helps us to categorize the rocks in terms of their hardness, right? So let me see now. So for marble, marble was only able to be scratched by the coin. Sandstone could be scratched by the coin and the plastic knife. Granite was not scratched by any of the four materials, neither the fingernail, the coin, the matchstick, the plastic knife. And talc was scratched by all four. So remember, we're saying the harder the rock, the less things that can scratch it. For example, diamond, which is the hardest rock, only another diamond can scratch it. Nothing else on planet Earth can scratch a diamond or except another diamond. So, looking at these findings, seeing that these rocks, some of them one thing scratch it, some of them two things, some of them three things, some of them nothing, some of them everything we put on it scratch it. What would that tell us about these rocks? From this table, which is the softest of the rocks here? And which is the hardest in this table?
Um, Miss, the softest one is tail and the hardest one was granite, Miss.
All right, so the softest is talc and the hardest is granite. So you're correct, Simeon. And we know talc is the softest rock. As a matter of fact, you know what they use talc to make? You know the baby powder, talcum powder that they put on the baby between the baby's legs and the tummy and so on. That's talc. That's actually a rock, but it's so soft we're able to make it into powder to put on a baby's sensitive skin, right? Other soft rocks are like chalk that your teacher uses to write on the board. It's a rock, but it's so soft that you can write with it and it comes off on the board, right? Limestone is a relatively soft rock, but we have some that are really, really hard and not many things can scratch them. So granite is one of those. Granite is a very hard rock. Marble, sandstone, kind of sandstone in between marble is pretty tough too. So let's look at the question. All right. Kylie, question 14.
Okay, Miss. Which is the hardest rock? A. Marble. B. Granite.
Granite.
Granite. C. Sandstone. D. Talc. Use the information given in the question. Make conclusions. Which is the hardest rock? A. Marble. B. Granite. C. Sandstone. D. Talc. Use the information given in the question. Make conclusions.
All right. So based on what we've just seen and said, Which is the hardest rock? Here. Not not hardest ever, but from the four that are given here, which is the hardest?
Miss Granite.
Granite. All right. Who do we have? Is Genesis was there? No, Alia. No, Alia just read.
Thank you, Miss.
Nardika. Sorry, Nardika. Nardika.
Missionary.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me check on Nardika. She's not here.
Miss, I'm here.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Nardika, please.
Okay. Two students collected information on the health practice of four adults. The table shows what they found. Adult P exercise regularly X. Eats a balanced diet X. Smokes regularly correct. Cleans regularly X. Adult Q exercise regularly correct. Eats a balanced diet correct. Smokes regularly incorrect. Cleans teeth regularly incorrect. Wow. Adults are exercise regularly correct. Eats a balanced diet correct. Smokes regularly incorrect. Cleans teeth regularly correct. Adult S exercise regularly correct. Eats a balanced diet incorrect. Smokes regularly correct. Cleans teeth regularly correct. Two students collected information on the health practices of four adults. The table shows what they found out. Adults P exercise regularly incorrect, eat a balanced diet incorrect, smokes regularly incorrect, cleans teeth regularly incorrect. Adult Q exercise regularly correct, eats a balanced diet correct, smokes regularly incorrect, cleans teeth regularly incorrect. Adult R exercise regularly correct, eats a balanced diet correct, smokes regularly incorrect, and cleans teeth regularly correct. Adult S exercise regularly correct, eats a balanced diet incorrect, smokes regularly correct, cleans teeth regularly correct.
All right, so let's take this in. So we're looking at four adults, calling them P, Q, R, and S. And we're looking at their lifestyle, the things that they do in terms of their health and fitness and lifestyle. So we're checking to see whether they exercise regularly, eat a balanced diet, smoke regularly, clean their teeth regularly. All right, so based on the findings that Nordika just read and that we're seeing here also on the screen, who has the healthiest practice of the four?
Miss, it will be adult R.
R. So let's see. So R exercises regularly, eats a balanced diet, doesn't smoke regularly, cleans teeth. Does everyone agree? Is R the healthiest one here? Healthiest
Yes, Miss.
practices? And
Yes,
who would
Miss.
be the most unhealthy of the four in terms of
Um,
their lifestyle?
Miss, it
P,
will be
Miss.
P. Yeah.
Yeah, because P doesn't exercise regularly, doesn't eat a balanced diet, smokes regularly, doesn't clean teeth regularly. I wouldn't want to be around that person.
Me neither, Miss.
All right, Simeon, let's look at what the question is asking.
Week 2, question 15. Week 2 adults are most likely to have healthy hearts. A. Adult P. B. Adult Q. C. Adult R, D. Adult S. Use the information given in the question to make conclusions. Which two adults are most likely to have healthy hearts? Adult A, adult P, B, adult Q, C, adult R, D, adult S. Use the information given in the question. Make conclusions.
All right, so they're asking about us about healthy hearts. What would determine if somebody has a healthy heart? What kind of lifestyle? They didn't just come out and say who is the healthiest. They're asking who has a healthy heart. What kind of practices go towards good cardiovascular health, good heart health? All right, so one of those things is definitely exercise, eating well, and not smoking. So, and did you know that taking care of your teeth also helps your heart? Did you know that if you have poor dental health, your teeth are not taken care of, the bacteria can migrate through your blood system to your heart and give you heart disease eventually. The state of your mouth can affect the state of your heart. So, based on those situations, the lifestyle, which two? They're asking us for two. Remember, I said some questions ask for more than one. Sometimes, even with three, you have to read carefully. This question is asking which two adults, right? We must choose two of them. Which two are most likely to have healthy hearts? So, which two are we going with? Tell me your answers. Which two?
Q and R, miss.
So, let's see. So, Simeon is saying Q and R. Who agrees with Simeon? Or who disagrees? And tell me your reason. Simeon, why do you say Q and R?
Well, miss, Q doesn't smoke, but he also doesn't clean his teeth regularly. But he eats a balanced diet and exercise regularly.
Okay. So let me double check that. So Simeon is saying Q because he doesn't smoke, even though he doesn't clean his teeth that well, but he doesn't smoke, he eats well, and he exercises. And R, well, we know R is really healthy because R exercise well, eat well, doesn't smoke, and cleans teeth. So I think I would agree with Simeon, I definitely think I would agree with Simeon here. Anybody disagrees? I want to give their reason. I'm going with Q and R as well. Even though is which one we sending to brush up on their dental health. Um, we're probably going to need to advise Q. Say, listen, it's not enough to exercise well and eat a balanced diet. You also have to take care of your oral hygiene as well. All right, so we're going with that. What's this now? What are all these blank slides? All right, so this is the student camp Ministry of Education booklet 3. We've been through all the other booklets, I think, or two of them so far. All right. Amari, I think I just let Amari back on. Amari, Abriel, Abriel, go ahead, please. Are you hearing me, students?
Yes, miss.
Amari?
Yes, miss, I'm hearing you.
Yes, miss, I'm hearing you too.
So, what I'm calling these students and they're not hearing me and they're on. Okay, Alia, please read.
A science laboratory had the following safety poster on its walls. Laboratory safety rules. Number one, always wear goggles. Number two, never eat or drink in the laboratory. Number three, never run in the laboratory. Number four, clean up all spills immediately. Number five, always wash hands after handling laboratory materials. A science laboratory has the following safety poster on its walls. Laboratory rules. Number one, always wear goggles. Number two, never eat or drink in the laboratory. Number three, never run in the laboratory. Number four, clean up all spills immediately. Number five, always wash hands after handling laboratory materials.
Thank you, ma'am. So, those are the safety rules. Okay, Simeon, question 16.
Question 16. Which of the safety rules could prevent someone slipping on a wet floor? A. Rule number 1, B. Rule number 3, C. Rule number 4, and D. Rule number 5. Use the information given in the question, make conclusions. Which of the safety rules could prevent someone slipping on a wet floor using A. Rule number 1, B. Rule number 3, C. Rule number 4, and D. Rule number 5. Use the information given in the question, make conclusions.
All right, which of the rules? Let's look back. Which one would prevent someone from slipping on a wet floor if you follow that rule?
Never run in the laboratory.
No, number 4, miss.
All right, so Kylie is saying number three, never run in the laboratory, and Simeon is saying number four, clean up all spills immediately.
Miss, I agree with him.
So Alia is agreeing with Simeon for number four. Kylie is still holding number three.
Yes, miss.
All right. How about the others in the chat? What do you say? Which of these rules might prevent someone from slipping on a wet floor? Amanda says D, Gabriel C, um, Gabriel says four, sorry. Brad says three. Did it say which one or ones? Hold on. Amanda said sorry, Coleman said it is ones. So let's go back and look. Is it asking us for one? Oh, it says which rule or rules. Okay, thank you, Coleman. This is important. You see this S here in the bracket? So it's rule singular or plural with the S in the bracket. So it could be more than one. Follow? All right. So we don't have to pick a side. We can choose the two of them. That's awesome. So Kylie said never run in the laboratory. And Alia and Simeon are saying clean up all spills. And of course the guys in the chat, they have mixed answers. But I think we can go with these two then if they are available. Let's double check the options if 3 and 4 are there. Okay, so rule number 3, because if you're running, you could slip, right? If it was just one option, I would have to go with 4 because since it said wet floor, this is a crucial part of it, right? The wet floor, I would have to go with the spill because if you spill something on the floor, you're making it wet, and then you don't even have to be running to slip on that. But since we are given the option to choose more than one, then we can go with 3 and 4. All right, let me double check now if Amari is there. Amari, Abriel,
Miss, she got kicked off too. Kicked off.
um, let me try and see if some other persons can come on. Genesis,
Yes, miss.
can you hear me good now?
Yes, miss.
All right, Jair, are you hearing me now?
Yes, miss.
Okay, good. All right, Genesis, please read what's on the screen.
Okay, miss.
I'm
I'm
coming,
coming,
miss.
miss. Re- Reflect, reflective journal part 1. Challenge. Answer the question below as honestly as you can. You can write answers in your journal or learning port-
Portfolio
portfolio to show
to share.
with, share with your teacher. As expected from this task,
What
do you
aspects of
find
the task?
ouch, of the task do you find
Most
most
challenging.
challenging?
Again, please.
Perfect
Perfect
journal,
journal
part
part
1.
1. Challenge. Answer the question below as honest as you can. You can write answer the in your journal or learning report
Portfolio
portfolio to show
to share.
with to share with your teacher. What
Aspects.
aspect of the task did you find most challenging?
All right, so this is for you to reflect. So far, of all the questions we've been doing, we've done so much in our ability test marathon. Did you find anything particularly challenging? That's what it's asking. Did you find most of them manageable? easy, or were they difficult? What do you say? Who wants to go first?
Miss, I can go first.
Go ahead, Genesis.
Miss, to be honest, most of them were easy so far, I guess.
They were
None of
easy,
them,
manageable.
yeah, I wouldn't say
Hard.
they weren't hard, but they weren't difficult either.
Okay,
They weren't hard, but they weren't easy at the same
all right.
time.
So manageable then, right?
Yes, miss.
Hard, miss.
You think it was hard, Kylie?
Yes, miss.
So after all that we've done, um, do they seem a bit easier now? Now that you've done several of them and you're getting the hang of it? Those in the chat, what do you think? Have the questions been easy, difficult, manageable, outrageously hard, too easy? Okay, so this is a reflective journal. Um, Whenever we do things, we have to stop and reflect. No matter what you're doing, we reflect on what we have done. And this is just a little activity that the ministry had given for the students to complete, right? So I think we can stop here and tomorrow we continue with the quantitative reasoning. So tomorrow at 7 p.m., we'll continue with the quantitative reasoning. And also on Wednesday, right? On Wednesday, we'll continue as well. So if you weren't able to come in studio this evening, try and be early tomorrow so that you can get a chance, because we're limited in terms of space. We can only hold 5 students and myself on the screen. So Coleman is saying, just be brave and remember what you learned. Thank you for that, Coleman. He's giving us some advice, right? And those who have walked the walk and gone on before, you have persons who have already done the PEP and they have come back in the chat and helping us to go through, right? So you don't need to be nervous. The more you do the problems, the easier they will seem to you. And if you missed all the videos that we've done for the past 2 weeks in the ability test marathon, just go back to they're still there on the channel. Go to them, watch them over. Even if you were in the class and you participated and whatever, watch them over again. And we have videos from last year, from year before, in the ability test, as well as the curriculum based test and the performance test. So a lot of resource material are on the channel. Just go to the live videos and search for what you want. Or if you want specific topics to sharpen up your skill on, we have over 500 videos on the channel in all the different areas. So just go and get yourself familiar with whatever you need. All right, so I'm going to see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Take care, scholars. Have a good night. Enjoy your sleep. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Same to you, Miss.
Thank
Bye,
you.
miss.
Good, miss.
Good night.
Bye,
Oh, miss, I
miss.
want to get to so bad.
Tomorrow,
Bye,
miss.
miss.